Hi Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we're checking out P1Harmony Unique. P1Harmony comeback. I'm too excited. Let's just go. I'm honestly too giddy. I need to focus. We need to get into this. Lyric video first. Yes, I'm gonna be pausing. Yes, I'm gonna be talking about stuff. Bothers you? Leave now, forever hold your peace. You saw the timestamp of this video. Let's not play games. Okay. Unique. P1Harmony. Let's go. Beg your pardon? Whoa. I've been saying that bit since we got the preview.
So unique, eyes on me, get that rush, I feel the buzz, energy, we drop it down, pick back up, you and I, cue up the vibe, call it us.
No. First off, already all the different production things happening, these like vocal samples that are like buried in it, playing around with the vocals there, that like stutter that was happening, the vocal fry that we're getting from Kyo in that part. Sir, the photos alone are enough for me to just tell you to back up. All right. Then put in the vocal fry into there because it just adds this like nonchalant, laid back vibe, especially with the vibe that we're getting with the song. And I love that they're playing around so much with this, because if you're gonna have a song called Unique, you gotta put something into it that's gonna catch my attention. And then the little like spelling out the like U-N-I, like you and I, but also spelling the word like Q up. That's just fun. I love the like humor we get with their songs.
So unique, eyes on me, get that rush, I feel the buzz, energy, we drop it down, pick back up, you and I, cue up the vibe, call it us.
Whoa. Whoa. First off, I love that we got the rolled R kind of sound going into this, like the little ad-lib. Also love the like Simon Says reference. That's so fun, especially since they've played around with some of those kind of like children's song nursery rhymes. I'm thinking of the If You're Happy and You Know It, right? With the everybody clap, right? Them playing off of some of that and making it super like playful, and again, just bringing in some of that humor and like the like, what's your name again? Copy me. I'm gonna be unique and you can just copy me afterwards. Like kind of starting like the trend or making people kind of take notice of you and then they try to like copy you or whatever. We're gonna get through the song. We are. It's not even that long and I know I'm gonna struggle. We're not even getting visuals yet. This is just me being like the performance though. The ad-libs also are going off.
You and I, cue up the vibe, call it us.
Sing. I know we're about to get into the drop. We go back for solo vocals. Also, they like going off on these vocals. Like, I know he can, but there's minimal production stuff happening. There's like really key parts that they're putting into this that are like very like off-kilter, unique, right? Like leaning into some of that, but there's not so much happening. And I feel like P1Harmony can definitely have those songs that are like super production heavy, right? Whereas this one is like really pulling back a bunch of those and giving all of these elements that they are choosing to keep in a ton of space. And I think that is also really interesting. Like it's pushing like their vocals a little bit more forward and like the lyrical stuff, but it's also really leaning into that beat that's being kept and these little like vocal samples and ad-libs and stuff that are buried in the back, and having some of these like synths that are coming in layered in. They are going off.
My crew, unique.
Whoa. Sorry, I do not mean to interrupt you, sweetie. But that's just what I was saying, like the kind of like anti-drop that we're getting, but it's again giving so much space to it, and the way that they're like elongating certain sounds. I love that we get that speed up of me, my, mine, right? Speed up in the pre-chorus part, and then the like way that they're elongating like crew, right? Like they're really pulling that out, and then neek, right? Like having the sharper sounds is like really pulling a bunch of the song of having like playing around with the way that they're delivering that line, and then having more of them come in. I love that we got the sing it and the la la la's, but like that really fun melody that's really lightening up the sound. We're getting more like lower register vocals from a lot of them, and then I think that's why you have those moments where like Theo and Jung there, where they're going into that higher placement. Those stick out so much more, especially since we have a lot of like darker feeling in the production as well. Oof. I don't even know where to interrupt because okay, we gotta go back to Junso. We gotta go back. And then Kyo came in. I love when we have them back to back. And just put that ad lib in there because of course he did, because of course he can just sing like that, and I'm upset with his talent every single time. But Jungsub with the we like do having that, and it's I feel like we're referencing back to other stuff, which is fun, but then we do it like a hobby. I'm gonna need several moments to process that one. And Soul was like the lower register there, and my brain is trying to wrap around the song, which I think is like the point in a lot of ways, right? Like it's putting in so many different like little elements and jumping around and having a really playful feeling to the overall thing, because it's supposed to be like off kilter and different, right? Because that's leaning into what they're talking about. And even them saying, oh, this is a hobby, like we do it like a hobby, is saying we're seeing this as like a game in a lot of ways, right? Like we're doing this because it is something that we are passionate about. It's not just like a paycheck or whatever, right? It's something that we would be doing anyway, and like playing around with things, and we still bring that kind of like passion to what we're doing, but treating it like a game. And like I was saying, having the like la la la's like saying is like very playful, and having the like Simon Says is very playful, and leaning into a lot of that P1Harmony does with their music, but taking it from a different angle than I think that I've seen previously from them. Like they can definitely have very playful songs, and again, like I was saying, play off of some of those children's songs or whatever, but this is a completely different angle even for them, which I think is also like really lending to the whole concept of unique, right? This is something that I don't feel like I could really point to anything in their discography. It's giving a little bit of like early stuff, like Scared era stuff, where we're getting some of those like off-kilter things, but it's not nearly as industrial sounding as Scared was. I think just because they had a darker sound in the first couple of albums, that's why I'm drawn to like that part of it. I feel like Scared, just because there's a lot of space in that one as well, of like specific elements being used. And as someone who, I will die on this hill, my favorite lead single from them is Scared to this day. Is it the best one? I don't know. I just love that song personally, and I will ride or die for it, regardless of whatever songs they might come out with. That's my song. I think because that was the moment it cemented in my brain that they were like one of my top groups. So it's a special place in my heart. So this song is already vibing with me. I'm like legitimately not sure if I'm going to be okay with the music video though. Also the multilingualism. Sorry, Q, is that you in the back? I have so much talent regression for him, and I just need him to stop being like this, okay? I know that he's a wonderful vocalist. I understand. I feel like I need to throw something when he starts doing ad-libs like this. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm like normal about this. I love this pass off. Leave me alone.
My crew unique.
It does have a good groove to it though. It's almost teasing, right? No, Jungsub, take a seat, okay? I already know that you're talented. I cannot have you playing around with the cadences like this, and then there's another version of you, like, whispering in my ear, okay? I can't process the song, okay? Partly because there's so much little, like, things in it, all the little elements that are, like, all coming together into this very, like, minimal place instead of this huge crashing of sound, which we can definitely get with a P1Harmony song. I'm still processing the fact that you gave me like a Theo vocal, the main vocal, and then Kyo was just like going off in the back. I feel like that's mean. I feel like I'm not supposed to survive that. And then we were passing off vocals and a Jungsub, and I feel overwhelmed in a good way. I need them to stop being my favorite. I need them to give me something to be like, yeah, but I skipped that song just for a little bit. I know it's a lot to ask, but I just need a moment. I just need to hear Jungsub again. Thank you for your understanding at this time. There's like 2 backing tracks. I mean, you gotta end with Kyo, right? You can't not have Kyo saying the "my crew unique" at the end. It just makes sense. But like Jungsub's part, there's like 2 backing. There's like the one where he's like whispering, and then there's another one where he's doing ad-libs. And because of the mixing, it's like it's just like surrounding my brain, and I don't know what to do with that. I can't process that. I'm shaking a little bit. That's, again, in a good way. This is just the neurodivergent reaction to something that I love, where I'm trying to contain the energy and I'm just like vibrating with like excitement and fixation, and I could feel it. I cannot wait to see what they do choreo wise, because there's so much room in that chorus, right, where the focal point is not like trying to do a bunch of vocals. So what are we gonna get for that? I know that we've seen like little bits of some of the like visuals that we're gonna be getting for this one when we got the like track, like the album like track like sampler thing, but it makes me like super curious what we're gonna get for like that section, because you can really just lean into what the choreo is going to be, and their choreos are always chef's kiss. I don't even know what to say, because I feel overwhelmed by the whole thing. I feel like they were bringing so many different things to it, of getting like lower registers and then having some gorgeous like belted vocals, adding those ad-libs where they can really play around with it, having fun with the different cadences. I wasn't ready for Soul to have a really deep vocal in it either, because I feel like he usually has a very soft, like breathier delivery to his singing, and I wasn't ready for something that had this very like bassy, like stable, like more like closure to his vocal cords in that delivery. Even like Kyo putting in like a bunch of vocal fry into his, usually he has a very smooth sound and he'll like accent certain phrases with vocal fry. Jung might be like having so much fun with his voice, the way that he could just like flip from doing like a lower vocal to that like little la 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 la. I can't process into the full thought. I loved it. I'm gonna be obsessed with it. I need to just give myself a moment to process that song is something that exists. Thank you for your consideration. I'm not ready for this music video, y'all, especially since I feel like we're gonna be doing storyline things, and I can't catch y'all up on every little thing that I know about storyline because I've been there since debut. So I don't know how much I'll get into it, but I know about it, and I'm sorry that I don't want to talk about it because I can't remember what was my idea and what was something that was talked about in like a random Reddit post, okay? That's why I'm refraining from it. I feel like we're gonna at least be dealing with some of the stuff, continuation with Duh, because that's when we had them on strike. And this feels like we got the like poster things, trying to get them back to being like heroes again. And a little bit of maybe like sad song with some of the like visuals, maybe. Ooh. Well, the comic makes me think of, oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god, sir. His styling for this whole thing. But the comics makes me think back then. We had all the like comic bubbles as well. Whoa, cool transition.
So unique, eyes on me. Get that rush, I feel the buzz, energy.
Boy.
We drop it down.
Whoa, yeah. Storyline. Oh my god, I need him to leave me alone. I'm not sure about these graphics. I said this in the preview. I'm not sure. But focusing on storyline, we got the like time manipulation stuff with Kyo. So we got the watch and like the transitioning to the new setting. I like that he's at this like shoreline, right? This like liminal space for that too. I think that's really fun. And I'm assuming we're being like hunted down in some way.
So unique, eyes on me. Get that rush, I feel the buzz, energy. We drop it down, pick back up. You and I, cue up the vibe, call it us.
Oh my god. Whoa, yeah. Oh, we were in the coffin. Boy. I feel like this is why they were like, we need the wanted posters where it specifically says their abilities. Because, okay, wow, like the image with all the cars and stuff being like pulled together and everything. And then, again, like the coffin with the grave stone as well. Wild image. It's like they had the eye patch. Oh my god, Soul. Whoa. Oh my god, Theo. It's not fair, is it? But he had the eye patch as well. I feel like in other things. Anyway, I got distracted. Everything left my head when I saw Soul with the like slick back hair. Look at him being center. We have the two eye. Oh my god, Entok. Whoa. Whoa. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put the little like transition with the like the hand up. Wild. My god. Whoa. Some of the transitions where they're lining up these shots are cool though. There's so much in this, and I'm like, again, how much can I talk about? We got all the like cuts and stuff on Talk, that makes sense, which sounds ridiculous, but it makes sense for him, okay? And his abilities, and like even having the light and everything. Love the like sharp like formations that we're getting, and all these like hand details that are like breaking up like the joints of those movements, but not in a way that feels like it's, I don't know, ticking or tutting necessarily. It's like smoother, but it's like taking that pause at each of those like beats that just gives this choppiness to the performance. And even the transitions in the formations, they're not like sliding in and out of those different formations. There's something almost like marching band with it, right? I'm not getting all of it yet, but see that little pause and the kick out? Whoa. I'm gonna need several moments with Dunk Sub styling. The steampunk nerd in me is speechless. Wow. I was already like Dunk Sub in general with the styling that we were getting. It just makes me upset that I just have to live being average. Like, I don't get to be as talented as him, and I don't get to be, I don't know, some kind of otherworldly creature. I don't know what other like supernatural creature he reminds me of visual wise, but I know he can't be part of the same species as me. That doesn't make any sense. Wild styling. I love the like white with soul, and then the transition to the darker colors. And I think souls are like almost like branches. I don't know, there's still some of the gears and stuff in it, but it feels more like almost like bone, because we have some of that detailing on like his styling, but it feels something more like natural. And then you have all the like clockwork and stuff feels very like industrial and like man-made in contrast. They have a lot of monochrome going on in this anyway, like the black and white, good versus bad kind of feeling. And then we had the anti-hero stuff in the duck comeback. So no, I'm fine. I'm not contemplating how I could recreate for my own. I'm fine. There's some of the robotics and like the hands as well, right? Oh my god, Jung-sub. Whoa. The styling, oh my goodness. Wait. Piece? I was like, I thought I saw that with the like collar. So the two dogs, one's Peace and one P1Harmony? Guard dogs in the way? Oh my god, yeah, we had the glove that has some of the robotics on it. I need him to not slightly smirk like that. Thank you very much. Sincerely, everyone. Of like scars and stuff. Whoa. God. Ooh, different hair colors. A unicorn or? We got like that necklace and everything. I know that we have the rings and everything, but okay, do we have a unicorn or like, again, going to like unique, something that is like, there's so many like mystical kind of visuals with that as well. In contrast again to like the like different styling. I feel like Theo has a different hairstyle, like a different hair color in like the darker outfit. I mean, Soul. What's up? That's such a cool shot. Whoa, the silhouette with the hat. Oh my goodness, the line of some of these shots almost again like mirrors with Soul and Jung-sub. Love that we have some shots again, like I know storyline things, timelines, worlds, meta, I get it, okay, but some of the shots where Theo has the one like blind eye and the one when he doesn't, doubles, right, like having the mirroring and then having the two eyes being different. We have a bunch of shots where they're like not standing like stable. There's so many shots where they're like leaning, or I don't know, like it feels like there's this instability to like the way that they're holding themselves, and I think that's also really interesting. There's so much happening visually. Oh, I need this choreo. It's a cool tracking shot. Whoa. Okay, those graphics I liked. A little shoulder move. Whoa. I don't even know what to say. I gotta watch the end because sometimes they put stuff at the end. I don't even know how to process. There's so many visuals in this, and I feel like there's so much storyline stuff. Obviously, you could just look at it for what it is and be like, fun, visual stuff going on, editing that they're playing around with of lining up certain shots. Again, I'm not sure about all of the graphics. They don't not all of them like sell for me, but I think that there is like a lot of playing around with like nature versus obviously like man-made, which goes into like storyline stuff of something that is fake or industrial or not part of the natural world versus like actually being part of the natural world, and like the connection points or the parallels there. I feel like there are so many different visuals that I could probably pull apart far because there's so much happening in this, and it's been a while since we've gotten something that was like focused, I feel like, in a bunch of that. I felt like we were going to, though, because the stuff that they put out for like the visual kind of like teasers and stuff was leaning into that. We used to get films that gave us storyline things. It's been a minute since we've had something that was like so, I feel like, story dense. So much. I feel like the styling of this, so good. I love how we have the like scars or like cuts or whatever, but they're like in the kind of swirl designs. And I think that Jung had the almost like chain around like his eye and everything, but they're like matching with the aesthetic of the background that we're getting and just the styling in general. I love getting the darker outfits versus the lighter ones and like switching between those. Didn't expect to be actually like gagged by Jung Sub in this, but here we are. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of time to process this song in this music video, and I feel like I'll have so many more coherent thoughts later when it's not applicable because I've already made a video. Look, at first reaction, I can only give so much, okay? Wow. I need the choreo desperately. From what I've got to see, I'm like, yes, give me all the choreo and performances, and I know that they're out there. I'm gonna be stuck in this rabbit hole for a while. It's fine. I read one of the comments under the music video that's before this I was a fan, but now I'm an air conditioner. I love P so much. Wow. Yeah, I honestly don't know how much I can give in this. I feel like I was all over the place. I feel like I was pointing out so many things, but at the same time, not enough. I feel like I would have to go through this music video like frame for frame. And even then, again, I don't know how much to talk about storyline stuff because I don't remember what was mine and what was just like us talking about stuff because we were excited about this group, right? Like I got into P1Harmony all the way back at their first EP that dropped. And again, we had like films and stuff, and there's just so much has changed a little bit over time. But I would love to get a perspective of someone who doesn't know anything about storyline, of just how they feel about that one. But I feel like there is a lot to be said in it of talking about the light finding them again and being like looked for, right? Like heroes wanting people to come back, but after doing Duh, where they were like on strike, but also dealing with anti-hero stuff, that it's interesting to get a bunch of that like black and white imagery in this, and doubling again, like even having the two guard dogs, right? There's so much doubling up in this one of one side versus the other, or there's a lot of mirroring happening. And I feel like that it's just like an interesting concept anyway for something where you're talking about unique, where even though it might be like mirroring, there's still like distinct differences between them and everything. But I have too many thoughts, so let me know down in the comments all your thoughts because I'm here for it. You're not gonna spoil anything for me if that's what you're worried about, because I know all of the previous stuff, even if it's not on the channel. But wow, I need choreo, I need to see the performances. I think they did Studio Chum, which I was like, I think I squealed because I was like, yes, give me like a Studio Chum from them again. Super excited to get into all of that and like the rest of the album. I think that Wednesday Girl is gonna be like, I'm gonna ascend to a different plane of existence with that one. But I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so next time I post a P1Harmony reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.